became Sabrina Carpenter's SNL performance of Nobody's Son cultural appropriation? Permits talk about it. Sabrina Carpenter pulled double duty on Saturday Night Live this weekend, performing as each host and musical visitor. And, as continually, her performances got human beings speaking. Especially, Sabrina has made headlines for singing the F word a few times on air. But whilst that can be of beware to the FCC, it's not why we should be talking about Sabrina's No Person's Son SNL performance. We should be talking about it for its cultural appropriation. For motives I don't quite understand, Sabrina decided to set this performance in a dojo. She sang approximately her heartbreak as dancers fought in the background, doing karate-stimulated choreography and sporting gi, the conventional martial arts uniform. And even whilst I wasn't particularly outraged by it, the performance truly gave me the ick. Sabrina's use of the dojo aesthetic didn't seem particularly hateful or even mainly exploitative. But it also had absolutely nothing to do with the music and doesn't even fit her bombshell aesthetic. It felt a little like a racially insensitive Halloween costume, half-baked at pleasant, offensive at worst. And I'm not the only individual that thinks so. Rina Sawayama, a Eastern British singer, actor, and version, posted about the performance on Instagram. While she sent big love to the singer, she called out the creative crew behind the performance for a loss of cultural specificity and respect. She wrote on her stories, including, "Shoes on tatami is prison." In case you didn't know, a tatami is basically a woven mat often observed in homes in Japan that are very thin and fragile. Wearing shoes on a tatami is a big no-no. You might be thinking that this is too small a detail to really matter, and aside, it's not like Sabrina's blinged-out gi is culturally correct. But the critique here isn't so much about the misuse of the tatami as it is about who had the power to craft this performance. While talking about cultural appropriation in Hollywood, it's not just about commodification, reducing a culture to a fun gimmick that can be bought and sold. It's about the dearth of diversity behind the curtain. One implication of Rina's post is that the creative team should have hired a Eastern expert or designer who could have been able to spot this mistake in rehearsals. This might have been a prime opportunity for an Asian creative to get their foot in the door. Rather, it looks like Sabrina is profiting off of a culture that neither she nor SNL are supporting, at least not loudly or publicly enough to offset the potential damage of the performance. And that's what makes it so disappointing.